like a few little tips that I ran into. All right. So, and I kind of want you to give your take on this, both of y'all. So, starting with Mr. Locario, don't feed her before sex.
I think the reason why people will say that a lot of times is because most dudes will do a dinner date because they think they're supposed to, and or they're trying to impress the girl. And this is the other thing. They never go to dinner ever, meaning that they don't actually go to dinner without a woman. They never go take themselves out. They don't take their friends out. They hardly do anything like that. But as soon as they met a woman, now they want to take a woman to dinner. So so it's not even necessarily the dinner thing. It's the thing of doing something outside of what you usually do, trying to impress a woman, so that you're only doing it to try to impress her. So it could be anything. Now, if you're the type of guy that goes to dinner all the time, or if you're the type of guy that takes a woman to dinner every date and that's just how you do, then that's cool, because you're doing you. But if you're doing it out of trying to impress her or trying to get with her, thinking this is gonna impress her, then that's when you get into sort of simping territory, because what you're doing is you're changing who you are and what you're about in your activities to try to win favor with the woman. So that's a lot of times say that, where guys will just overextend themselves and do something that they normally wouldn't do for a woman, and usually it's just because they like the way she looks, because they essentially don't know her. You know what I'm saying? They don't know if this girl is using them for a meal. They don't know if this woman's crazy. They have So my thing is, get to know a woman before you do certain things, or I would say just make sure that what you're doing is authentic to you. So if you do that, if you go on dinner dates, then that's cool, because that's what you do. But if you don't do that and now you're doing it because of her, then I think that's an issue.
From a personal perspective, I don't get any pleasure out of watching a woman eat. I'm not going to take her to dinner first. I've told women, like, no finance without romance. I was like, we have sex first, and then if I'm hungry, we can go eat.
Right.
Now, but I agree with Mr. Locario in what he said. If that's what you do, go ahead and do it. You can't have, one of the things is you can't really have a rule. It depends on the person. It really does. It depends. Don't be automatically saying, well, don't do this with a woman. Maybe that woman, likes to eat. Y'all might want to both eat at Ethiopian or something. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But then if it's not you to eat out, which, like I said, I don't like eating out with anybody I haven't had sex with. I really don't. Seriously, because they looking for dinner dates and stuff. I ain't trying to impress them like that. One of the worst things, you got a great meal there, but the conversation boring. So I gotta know we got something in common. But it's really gotta be case by case. There's no hard. See, one thing about relationships, ultimately, it's an art. You can't say it. Like with one woman, hey, you might can go out and eat, and shoot, she might bring you a plate. She might bring you a plate. But then the next woman, she just want to sit and talk. She don't need to be in there. But my thing, this my philosophy. Make sure, at the very least, make sure y'all did something sexual. She better slide me the tongue or something before I'm like spending money like that on her. And I told some women that. I said, look, why don't y'all just look, I told women that. I say ain't nothing wrong getting to know each other, because one of the worst things, and this was when I was young, you go on a date with somebody, you spending this money, ain't even so much you get sex, but the date itself is boring. You sitting there eating it. I was like, hold up. I ain't doing that. We could walk around the park for all that. Let's get to know each other first. That's my thing. That's my thing, though. But it is got to be case by case. And as Mr. Locario rightfully pointed out, if you're going to take that woman out to dinner, only because that's what you want to do, not to impress her, because you got some women straight up playing some guys for food.
Yo, stop trying to have her like you.
We
hear that a lot. I made a video on, like, I always try to get girls to like me just because that's just something I do. I care about how a woman feels about me.
If you're trying to get a woman to like you, a lot of times that's what makes them not like you. You have to like yourself. Because you like yourself, a woman is going to see that you like yourself by how you carry yourself, how you talk, how you walk, how you interact with her. You know what I'm saying? And how just your overall energy with her. So the thing is that when you try to get a girl to like you, what you're doing is like you're putting a little bit too much focus on her, and then you're making her just the center of attention, so that she doesn't get to see who you are. You see, so what happens is this is where a lot of guys get into sort of like the nice guy, friends type of, because now what happens is that it spills over into him being a little too accommodating, a little too nice, a little too extra, and he's not really showing her who he is. So like, the thing is, the reason why women like, what they would call, the bad boys and all that other stuff is not because they're assholes or because they're jerks. It's because they're showing different sides of them, and they're just being who they are. So they see who she's dealing with, and he's not worried about getting her to like him. You understand? Because this is the thing. He's doing him, and he's seeing if he likes her, right? And so what she's doing is she's essentially doing her to see if she likes him. So a lot of times women have been trained to just be themselves and see if they like the guy. This is why a lot of times on dates, guys are going on dates, and women sometimes are like evaluating the guy, seeing how he moves, seeing how he acts, and then sometimes the guy doesn't get a second date, or the girl's like, I just don't feel the chemistry, yada yada yada, and that's because she's been evaluating him the whole time in her mind, right? Yeah. And guys, we've been taught to try to impress the woman, so we're taught to make it about her. So the time when she's evaluating us to a certain extent, all she's seeing is us to impress her. You see what I'm saying? So she doesn't get to see who we are. She doesn't get to see if she's attracted to us, because she still hasn't met us yet. She's only met the guy trying to make her like him. You see what I'm saying? Don't worry about the woman liking you. Like yourself, and you're gonna have more women who like you, because now they're gonna actually get to see who you are by being you in that moment. You know what I'm saying?
Leaving text messages on unread. This is what coaches want some of these dudes to do. Like, it's not that important, Sometimes
I'm gonna tell you what. I don't play that. She might be trying to come over that night. Miss Locario, how many times have you had a woman reach out to you, say, "What you doing that night?" Seriously, how many times?
Right.
I remember this is text messages or something, and it's like, she could be driving headed to your place.
She could be in the neighborhood. Yep.
Yeah, she might be outside. I've actually had that happen one time recently. A woman I was dealing with, she sent me a text with, "Hey Ron, what you doing?" "I'm sitting here chilling." "I'm right outside." Okay, we had a conversation about her coming over just like that, so I had to punish her. And we'll leave it at that. I had to punish her. But no, it's like, don't have to run no game or something. I mean, don't play like you busy, because you never know what she thinking. There's been a couple times I had sex with some women, they were just horny right then. You never know.
See, a lot of guys be messing up the whole situation by playing these goofy games and out on situations. I'm like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? And they do that because they think that's making the woman like them more, or getting them to chase or some stuff like that. And I'm like, you're wasting time.
Never go down on them. Never kiss them in the mouth. This is what a lot of coaches say. Never kiss them in the mouth, because that body count, you don't know the body count, and you don't know where this chick has been.
Okay, hold up. Let me jump in on this.
Hold on, I gotta let Locario get this one, because he about to explode.
Well, I got some stuff to say about that. Like, one of them, because a lot of dudes don't know what they're doing down there anyway, according to many women. So I can get that one, but dude, you can start a woman on her way to orgasm just by tongue kissing.
Right.
Oh,
but I'll let Locario. I got some stuff to say about that.
Empty the clip. Empty the clip, Locario.
Go ahead, man.
Because it's becoming crazy now, because I'm like, you're a man, she's a woman, you're sexually attracted to each other. Why would you not kiss? Like, what are you supposed to kiss her on the forehead, kiss her on the cheek? What are we talking about here? So like, what was the reason though why they said not to kiss her? What was the reason they gave?
Because you'll never know that true body count. They for the streets, yada yada yada. You just don't know where they've been.
I gotta say something about that. Okay, no, you don't know. But if you're trying to get sex, Well, if you're not going to have sex with her, I mean, if you worried about that, don't mess with her at all.
So foreplay is just out the window with some of these cats.
Oh well, you do gotta get them wet. It's you got to spend 10 minutes, at least 10 minutes on each breast. You want to get them wet. It slides in better when she's wet, and especially she's nice and aroused, and she got that blood down there. It feels better.
But this is how you know dudes ain't really out here with women.
No, they ain't. Seriously, man.
You're
it's
like
crazy.
How are we having sex and I'm not kissing you in the mouth? I'm not doing it. Like, what are we like? What's going on?
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I give it to him for the like I said, a lot of guys ain't missing that getting that clit anyway, because that's what women complain about, and she need to be clean down there. But the mouth, I'm gonna tell you what, with women, this is how important kissing them in the mouth is. You get some women who will give a man a blowjob before giving him a tongue kiss.
Right.
That's how deep. That's a deep thing, because it's like a little area right up here. Like I tell any fellas, run your tongue under there and watch her reaction. Seriously, the kiss is serious for a woman, man. A deep tongue kiss, man. Shit, that starts the water running.
I just don't like this idea because I feel like it's leaning men towards like, you know, being gay though. Because like if you think about this, right? They're like, don't kiss on the mouth. Don't go down on her. Then they're gonna be like, don't put your penis in her. Then they're gonna be like, don't talk to the woman. Then like, what are you supposed to do? And then they're gonna be like, you know what, guys, you know, messing with girls is old school. Don't even just go with your best friend. He's cool. You know, I'm telling you, it's going down that path.
Never let her know you want to go to the next level first. Now, it's interesting because both of you guys, I'm sure, you know, Rom, you probably had a content on this in the past, and Locario, you talk about this all the time too. If you want to make her your girlfriend, we always talk about vetting, but there's really not much of a timeline on how. Some people will say a year, some people will say 2 years, but people are pretty much saying like, never let her know how you feel about her first. Like we have to wait on her, meaning she has to love you more than you love them. So is this good advice coming from a dating coach?
It really depends, man. I'm gonna be real. It depends, man, because the reality is it depends on the woman. Like you might be dealing with one woman, you ain't feeling it like that. Sex is good, you know, you ain't serious about it. At all. It ain't happening. Another woman, you know, it might take a while whenever, and then sometimes you might meet that woman, the total click is there. It's an art. You can't it's case by case.
Like for most dudes, what it is that because like when I tell guys they should vet a woman before the serious girlfriend. You understand? Like you even, you know, to the point where she's gonna be your wife or whatever, if you're gonna go down that route, right? But a lot of guys is they're in situations where they're dealing with women, and so because they're so thirsty for a relationship or thirsty for a woman, what they'll do is that they'll get with a woman and put her in a serious position and not realize that that woman isn't really for them. Meaning that woman isn't about what they're about. They're not cooperative. They don't really, you see what I'm saying? So I tell guys, if they're going to really be serious about a situation, take your time to make sure this woman is really feeling you versus being in a relationship with a woman who's playing games with you, who's like disrespecting you. Because this is the thing. A lot of people look at a relationship and they'll be like, oh, well, this relationship is great because they've been together for this long. It doesn't matter. You could have been together with this person for this long, but it's a terrible relationship. It's an abusive like the girl don't respect you. Y'all always argue and all this other stuff. So, and so to not have that, you got to take some time to really see, okay, is this girl really with me because she's feeling me, or with me just because of my money? She really with me because she likes who I am and she's about what I'm about, or she's just with me because she's just, you know, got off a situation with her ex and she's trying to rebound and she, you know what I'm saying? Like you got to really see what this girl's about.
Exactly.
In a serious position in your life, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I always say for the guys out there, you know what I mean?